All right. Well, good morning, everybody. It is like 5 o'clock a.m. in the studio. Getting a little late start, I guess, today. But no, I've already been down here for about a half hour. So I get up early in the, very early in the morning, way earlier than I'd like to. But what we're going on to do today is we got our building. Now, I told you in the last video that I was going to cut out some doors, add a few doors. So we're going to do that. I got the outline drawn out. I got my doors here. We're going to put this one in the back here. And this is from Grant Line, which I think the company, well, I know the company was bought by another company. I think if you still look up Grant Line doors in S scale 164, it should take you to their website. So, and then in the front, I have a little different door. This one, I got a separate door frame and a separate door, and that way I can have it open, or I can glue it closed. I think maybe I'll put it open. I don't know. Still not sure what to do with this yet. I had one subscriber say, "Hey, turn it into a gas station." I got plenty of gas stations right now. I'm still not sure what to do with this. I think what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to put the doors on it, finish gluing it, and then I'm just going to set it aside for now until we figure out what to do with it. It might I might end up using it later for another project. I might end up using it on my diorama. I might end up selling it, or God knows what I'm going to do with it. But anyways, so one of the things I want to talk to you guys today about is a few specialty tools that help me do the job a lot easier. And we're going to start by this little nibbler right here. I mentioned it before, but I couldn't find it. Of course, I had it on my tool rack. But this little nibbler right here, you can see the top of it move in and out here. And let me grab a piece of scrap here. And basically, it just works like so. You just put the thing. Make sure it's level. There you go. You got a nice little notch. It's a lot easier than using a blade, especially if you're adding into a building you already built, and you need to cut away, but you don't want to do the invasiveness of scraping and scratching out the lines and everything. This cuts a lot quicker. I think this tool is like $15, something like that, and you can get it at Micromark. It's micromark.com if you guys are interested in checking it out. And it is one of the handiest little tools, and it's well worth spending the $15 on. So let's... Filming's going to be a little awkward today. I'm actually kind of filming sideways here from where I'm working because I normally use my iPhone to record my videos, and I have an old iPhone. I got an iPhone 8. I know, cue laughter, right? But anyways, after its last update, it really doesn't want to work really well, which, I could go on about how Apple likes to sabotage people's phones. But so anyways, it's not working really well, and I can't shoot videos with it anymore, which is really a pain in the ass because it's hard to hold an iPad and video at the same time, whereas the camera I could put into my tripod and I could stabilize it that way. So it's a little more difficult. So bear with me, okay? Right now I can't afford to get a better phone, so I apologize in advance. So let's see if we can do this without buggering it up, because this is going to be a little... I got to kind of bend over here and look around the corner to see where my shot is to be able to show you guys this. So I'm just going to come in and I'm going to line it up on the corner so that it's level. See, can you see that? My thumb's in the way. See, like so. You can see the head in there. So we're just going to see, it's just about to the line. So I'm going to do the rest of these here in a manner that's not going to be so awkward. I'm going to take my glasses off so I can see what I'm doing here. So the only way I'm going to be able to come in from it is the front. So I apologize if you guys really can't see this real well. But in order to do the job properly here. Okay, where is my handy dandy sanding stick? Of course, it is nowhere to be seen right now. And, here it is. Here's one of them. This will work just fine. I didn't quite get it perfect here. Excuse me. Sorry about this not being on the screen, but it's difficult to do this work. I want to be careful with it because I don't want to screw it up. So that would be a very expensive repair job, kind of. See, you got a little bit of, fits pretty good side to side, don't it? I just got to get a little room at the top here. So I'm just going to be really careful. Don't want to go in too far. You know what? I'm not going to notch that. I'm going to sand it. Because I just need to get a little bit clearance on the top here. So we're just going to sand this thing. This has got to be about as interesting as watching grass grow, huh? All right, let's take that door frame in there. Let's see where we're at. Still a little bit off. Okay, that's not a problem. It's better not enough than too much, you know, because you can always take a little extra off, but it's really difficult to add back if you make a mistake. But what if we did make a mistake? You know, I mean, that's a very valid question. What if you made a mistake on this and you had the handy dandy tool here and you ended up going way too far? What could you do? How could you fix that? There are ways. There are ways you can fix it. You could reskin. You know, you could just take another piece of material and go across the front of this, another sheet. You know, recut your doors and everything, and then you could square it off that way. You could hide your damage. That's one way to do it. You could take a small piece of trim, like a piece of angle or something like that, and put it in there to... Yeah, I'm just going to grab this piece here. But you could go, you know, you could do something like this if you had to. This isn't really going to fit in there, but you kind of get the idea. You know, you could just, you could re-square it if you had to. So don't panic. You know, if you make a mistake, and you're going to make mistakes, don't get mad and throw your work across the room, which used to be my first response. I've learned that, you know, you can fix just about anything, especially when it comes to this. So if you do mess up, don't panic. Don't panic. Everything will be just fine. You just Just have to look at it and figure out the best way to fix it. And a lot of times, like I said before, you can cover stuff up. Still got to come out a little bit, yeah. I'm not being extremely aggressive here. And notice I'm supporting my work while I sand it, because if you don't, you know, you can go like this, but then you're gonna wiggle this. You got a chance of popping a seam, or so we're just gonna hold it steady with one hand, and we're just going to sand with the other. Where's my door frame? There's my door frame. I can still feel a little bump there. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's really close. And you know, if I go over a hair on making this a little bigger, the top of the door frame's gonna hide it. So it's not a real big deal. It's feeling better, but just maybe one more time. All right, let's try this again here. We got the door frame. So close. So close, but yet so far. Now I gotta be careful because the little sanded edges here are kind of rounded out on the side here. So I gotta be kind of careful because I don't want to go out too far, because the trim will only cover so much. Let's try this a little bit more here. That's so close. I mean, I'm within a hair. That fits better. See, there we go. You can see that. It's upside down, I'm sorry. Let's put it right way up here. See? Here. Now this door will just pop right in here. Oops, wrong side. Go backwards with it here. There we go. Now I can make this open too, which is what I'm going to do. And you can also reverse, make it because we'll have it open this way, so we'll have the door handle on the right. So you can flip the door around if you want a right hand or left hand sweep on that. So we got that part done. Now we're going to do for the back here. We gotta see, I just want to make sure that I'm in a spot where I'm working where you can see me work actually here. All right. It'd be so much easier if I could come in from the other side where I can actually see the line. So just kind of guessing here. Just a little off. All right, that's fine now. Well, key with this is to make sure you push it all the way in so that it gets on it straight. Because if you're in at any kind of an angle, your cut's going to be at an angle. If you want to keep this straight, you push it firmly down. I mean, you don't slam it. Just push it and hold it so it doesn't wiggle. So far, so good. I'm going over this a little bit slower probably than I normally would cut this because you know, want you guys to see it. And I'm trying to be really careful. And I'm working at kind of a weird angle here because I'm trying to keep my work down to where you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. And I do apologize again for the weird camera angles. Until I can get a new cell phone, I'm going to have to record everything with either my iPad or use one of the GoPros, which I might end up eventually doing. But GoPros take a little bit more time to set up. And I generally just like to grab the camera and just shoot and go. Alright, get down to the nitty-gritty here. That looks good. Okay. So we're going to do the same across the top. Now, if you're going to do this into a piece of plastic that you couldn't, you know, like you're going to do a window, right? So you want to do a window in this, but you just take a drill bit that's big enough to get this head in, and just drill right into the middle of the square or whatever window opening you want to do. Shove it in there and nibble it out. You guys feel free to fast forward this. Okay, let's see, we're getting a little dicey towards the end here. I really can't see my line. There we go, okay. Now we got so far here. I'm going to make a mark on the corner here so I know where to put my edge. That might make it a little easier for me. Oh, there we go, right on the edge. Oops. Get all the way from down there. This is about the thickest that this thing will cut through. You could go about, I think, it'll cut through 100 pretty well. Oops, I just heard a crack. That's never good. Sorry about that. I just got to pull this out of the camera a little bit. Otherwise, we're going to be here half a day trying to cut this door frame out. I just want to get this done. And there we go. We got a rough opening. You see that? Oops, there it is. There's a rough opening. And the first thing you want to do is test fit. And we're a little off. That's okay, though. Not a problem. That's what this is for. It's always good to sand onto a firm surface. You know, just, you don't really, you know, I mean, I do that from time to time, but you'll get a better. We got to come in a little bit. Yeah, I can see the line yet. Getting there. We're getting there. Let's even it up on the other side here. Notice I'm grabbing it close to where I'm sanding so I don't get much flex, because it's that repetitive flex that's going to break things. And that's something you don't want, especially after all the time and trouble that you've put into putting this thing together. You know, it would just be a shame at this point to mess it up. I'm just looking for my lines right now. Getting there. We are getting there. I'm going to take a little more aggressive approach for this. Use this coarser so it'll get. Yeah, you know, this is where the time comes in. You know, when you're fitting things and doing all your final detailing and stuff like that, this is where a lot of time comes in. You're going to spend a lot of time doing stuff like this. And we are just about in there. All right. And I do apologize about the boringness of this video. It's probably pretty boring for you guys. But I figured it's best to show, you know, so you kind of see the, I guess, the unglamorous side of building. We're really getting close. I can see, though, I got to come down on this other side here. A little bit of a weird corner here. Yep, there we go. So that's what it takes to make a little doorway. So what I'm going to do with these guys is I'm going to paint them red. I'll take them upstairs, outside when I paint later. Hopefully it won't be windy out. If it's really windy out, I won't be able to paint because it's windy. All right. So what are we going to do next? So I showed you guys how to use the one tool. Now there's another tool here too that is a real handy tool, and I do find it to be quite handy. Now this nibbler here, you can get this at Micromark. Wow, I'm already at 25 minutes on the video. I apologize. We'll try to get this wrapped up here. So anyways, this nibbler, it's available at micromark.com. And again, I am not getting paid 1 penny from Micromark. Micromark has some great products, and they got some real crap products too. This is a great product. The Wonder Cutter 2, I probably should warn you about that. Do not buy the Wonder Cutter 2. It is a piece of junk. I have said that in other videos. And that is also from Micromark. Now this thing here, you get this from Micromark too. It's called an Easy Cutter. You can also get it at Hobby Lobby. My wife just bought a brand new one at Hobby Lobby just recently. But this thing is just handy. It really is. It's not very expensive. What this does is you can cut on an angle. If you notice, there's all kinds of angles here that you can follow. So if you want, you can cut at a real nice angle, right? Perfect angle. There we go. See, real handy thing. And it's also really handy for cutting these guys open. You just, well, let's just do it. Snip here. Snip there. Now this piece should pop right out. See? There's my little tube. You want to be really careful because you don't want to cut that. So just stick that right up here. The edge. Oops. Get grip. There you go. That's what you got inside of it. See, look at all that glue. Now this thing was like empty, but look at all that glue that's left. So there's your price of admission there. I think we're gonna cut the video off here. It's gotten long enough as it is, but at least you could see what it takes to make a little hole in the side of a building and how to do it easy. I mean, I could have done it with a knife the same way that I make other openings, but it's a lot more difficult. That and something like that. If I had to use a knife, I would have drew my opening from the inside here, and I would have worked with this side down so that it has support. Because otherwise, if you're going to do it this way with a knife, you don't really have a lot of support, and you will crack. It'll be like doing CPR on an old person. You'll hear them ribs a cracking, and you'll hear your plastic cracking too. So that's all we got for today. Please stay tuned for more stuff. I'm going to be continuing the video series on the motel, and I think we'll shoot tomorrow and show you the finish after I paint these doors, if the weather cooperates today and it's not too windy out. And then you got any ideas of what you guys want to see this little building to be? Do you want to see it at a gas station? Do you want to see it like a repair shop or something like that? Put it down in the comments what you think it should be. A little interaction, I do appreciate the comments, and I know some of you guys are probably wondering why I commented it on your comments that you commented it three years ago. I noticed I had um, some comments that were unfilled and that I didn't respond to, mostly because they were just stuff like, "Hey, that looks really cool," or "Cool," you know. So I usually just gave them a thumbs up, but I went back in and said thanks or added a little something like that. And I do appreciate all the support. I have some really great subscribers that have been with me since the beginning, and they comment frequently, and I love you guys. I'll have to start calling some of you guys out so that everybody can know how awesome you are. So, but anyway, so this shows what we had to do today, and we'll continue with more videos. Got a lot more coming up. You know, I got this big project coming up. And I keep talking about the big project, but I can't really give you any details just yet because I don't want anybody to copy me. And I want to get this out and ready and spring this thing on you. And I don't want anybody to beat me to the punch, so to speak. All right, let's cut it off here. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I thank you very much, if all my subscribers and my supporters. I thank you greatly. And please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I love the comments. Tell me what I'm doing right. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. You got any questions about anything? Anything that I cover, and if I didn't cover it well enough, or if you didn't quite, get where I was coming with it, and I can sometimes not explain things very well, and I can clarify stuff. If necessary, I'll shoot another video to show it to you. I'm trying to make this channel accessible to everybody, and there are no stupid questions. There really are not. So feel free to ask. I will see you guys next time, which will probably be tomorrow, maybe even sooner.